day. And your girl,
Hey y'all.
that's my girl,
What?
Pretty Wilder, in the building. So, what prompted me to make this video? Because I had a lot of my viewers hitting me up about my dating experience in DR when it comes to dating Dominican women. So, I wanted to kind of shed a little light on this, and not just from my perspective, but from a Dominican girl's perspective as well. You feel me? Y'all all know my experience and what I've been through. And I just had a lot of brothers hitting me up, asking me, to talk, to shed more light on it. And I'm just like, I can only shed but so much. My story was my story. Finally caught you on a live about time. What's going on, the Nobody 718? But yeah, so a lot of brothers have been reaching out to me, asking me to talk, shed more light on my experience when it comes to dating Dominican women and all of that. So, what prompted me to make this video is because the last time I was in DR, I was in Sosua and I seen this dude with a baddie, big brother with a baddie, and it just kind of reminded me of myself and my situation when I was dating my girl. My thing is this, if you're not breaking them down wherever you from, what makes you think you're gonna go out to DR and bag a baddie and she gonna be with you for love? You know what I mean?
Absolutely not.
For love. And this is coming from a Dominican chick.
Absolutely not.
So I'm giving you
Especially coming from DR.
right. So I mean, being a Dominican chick from the States, just give your perspective on, the difference between Dominican girls here in the States opposed to Dominican girls in the in Dominican Republic. Wait, hold on. Let me go to the live chat. I think it depends on the type of girl you date out there. Okay. So you
No.
give them your perspective,
No, I
Wilder.
don't think so. Coming from women from DR to coming from women from New York, women from DR like men from New York just for the opportunity for them to come to New York for a better life. Granted, it's hard for you to find a woman that really interested in you, really love you. 5 out of 10 can probably, but majority of them wants a better life and know that only in New York they can see the opportunity. So yeah, they're gonna kick it to whatever they see. It could be your grandfather. Yeah, they're gonna take the advantage.
Right, right. See, so that's her perspective, and I kind of feel the same way. My thing is, if you're not living there full time, to see what's going on, I wouldn't take it serious. That's just my personal opinion. Been there, done that. Would I do it again? I would never say never, but if I were to even consider, getting in a relationship with a woman that lives overseas, I would have to be physically living there to know what's going on, to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Rewind that. Let me tell you a little story. Back in 2000 and maybe 13, I was in love with a guy in Dominican Republic. When I tell you I was in love, it was nothing he could have acted that he would have not got for me. He was over there, I was over here. So I was like, oh, okay, we could have a long distance relationship. I was traveling like every other month or every 2 months. I was going at least for the weekend.
Oh.
So then I was like, my cousin used to be like, oh, we see him with somebody. I'm like, nah, that's probably his cousin. He used to be like, yeah, that's my cousin, that's my sister. So at a point, I was like, bro, my family keep hitting me up, like, yo, they see him with multiple people. They see him doing this. They see a girl coming out his house, such and such time. So I was like, all right, you know what? Let me go take a trip to DR. Mind you, I was working on getting his papers done to bring him over here, have a family. Every line of the book he told me, and I believed it. I had to see it for myself. I had to take a trip to DR to see it for myself, an unannounced visit. And I said, till this day, I would never date another guy in the Dominican Republic. Never.
So you saying that he just lied?
He lied. He told the girl was coming out his house. I was coming out the cab. The girl was coming out his house.
Wow, wow. So I mean, it's no different from females, as you can see. Like, and this is her experience.
Mind you, the girl, I had a whole argument with the girl. The girl told me she was gonna fuck up my face. When I told you I caught the next flight back to New York and never looked back, I never looked. The other day he hit me off face like nothing happened. I'm like, boy, if you don't leave me alone, don't say shit to me ever again. When she told me she was gonna fuck up my face, yeah, I knew I had to go.
See, so I mean,
And
that
these girls would do you grimy over there because she said she was gonna throw that shit, that chlorine shit that fucks up your face.
you mean like the acid stuff?
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah, yeah. See, you got to be careful. You got to know who you dealing with
I was
out
in
out
love
here.
with this boy. When I tell you I was in love,
Uh huh.
I was with, yo. I was fucking with.
You see, You see what I'm saying? And they'll do that to us. You know, they'll cook for us, clean us, show us the world. You know, make us feel like
I thought I was the I thought I
we the
was the princess
best.
when I was out
You
there.
know,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. This is how they will you in. You know, they throw out the bait, and then we catch the bait, and then when they wheel us in, having us thinking, you know, that we the only one. But as soon as we get on that plane, trust me, the next
The next one
brother,
is Woolen Ready.
for real.
Let me know how I taste.
I always say you go for the ones
Let
that's
me tell you
into
something. The
you.
first time I met this guy, I went on a trip for the first time to DR.
Uh-huh.
And he was on me. Like, while I was over there, he was taking me everywhere. I was loving it. I was enjoying it. Mind you, the first time I chilled with him, we didn't do nothing. So, like, the second time around, like 2 months later, that I decided to go back and give it a chance.
Uh-huh.
Everything was good for like the first 3 months, man. Listen, he could have gave me a son, he would have gave it to me. That's how good it was. Then it was just my family kept calling me. My family is nosy, so they be on it. Like, I'm from San Isidro, so my family be on it. Like, oh yeah, I see him doing this. Yeah, I didn't even want to know. I was at work, like I was getting calls, like he's doing this, he's doing that. I'm like, oh okay, all right, copy, say less. But it was just to a point that I was just getting tired, like. And then I'll question him, and he'd be like, nah, that's my cousin. That's my cousin's girlfriend. It was always somebody else's girlfriend, but never his.
Yeah. And see, the situation with me was different. Like, my girl had me believing that the dude that she was, that was taking her to Santo Domingo was her cousin. You know?
These bitches in the like to fuck big cousins, so.
So you never know. It could have been her cousin. You know what I'm saying? It could have, but like she said, coming from a Dominican girl, they like to sleep with their family too. So we're gonna read some of these comments. Let me see. The Nobody says, I think it depends on the type of girl you date out there. Crazy World says, I always say, you go for the ones. Hold on. You go for the ones that's into you. They might not be dimes, but they'll be down for you. Exactly. And that's true. That's true. It's like a lot of these dudes go out there and date these girls that are way out of your league. Like, bruh, you already know that girl is way out of your league. Why even put yourself in a situation to whereas you know it's not gonna go anywhere? You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, I mean,
Not only that, some of these men be struggling here, be coming to the yard thinking like they the last bag of chips. It don't work like that.
Let me see. Vincent Banks says reality check. Yeah, a lot of brothers need to hear this. You know, I even got a cousin. His wife passed away. Don't speak a bit of Spanish. I've been traveling to DR way more than he has. This is my mother's cousin, first cousin. His wife passed away. This man done sold everything. His wife left him everything. House, dogs, pension, everything. That man done sold everything and done moved out the DR, and nobody has heard from him since he done left the States. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, I wanted to just give him my experience and tell him, like, bro, just be careful out there. Like, you know.
What you do to others, you'll get it back. If he did that to her and took everything and left her with nothing, just imagine what's gonna happen.
No. His wife died of cancer.
Oh,
she died of cancer, and she left him everything. And once
now he went to
he went to DR, sold everything, house, everything, and now he's out there running amok. Family ain't heard from him. You know what I'm saying? We just want to make sure that he's okay out there in them DR streets. You know what I'm saying? And he's dating a girl like in her 30s, bro. Like my cousin is in his 60s. So that lady that you dating is way out your league. Like my thing is, you know, exactly.
And when shit is gone, you ain't even gonna have a pot to piss at.
Or a window to throw it out. My thing is, you know, like if you an older cat and you looking for love, just date your age range. You know what I'm saying? Most of these chicks you dating 20 than you, they don't love us. They just want our money. At the end of the day, they just want the money. They're looking at us as an opportunist as far as what we can do for them. You know what I'm saying? Then they're looking at us as a come up. You know, a lot of us be blind, be naive to the fact, but yes, it feels good to get that attention you probably don't get back home and all of that. But if that's what you want, my thing is live out your fantasy, do what you got to do, and go back home. Don't take nothing. Whether you're male or female, don't take nobody serious unless you are living there full time so that you know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. Like, a lot of brothers have been asking me to make, another video, and I'm just like, I done told my story. I mean, I can only tell but so much. So that's why I figured I'd bring in my girl, Prettier Wilder, just to give her give her insight as to how females are in Dominican Republic, how they are opposed to the women that are here in the States. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to shed a little bit of light on that, and I hope you guys enjoyed the live. Y'all be sure to hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. Is there anything else you want to say to the viewers before I check on out?
Absolutely not. Feel free to ask us questions.
Yeah, let us know, and as this is Dominicana Aquí, you have...
Again in DR since you have last experience, and if no, will you ever consider doing it again? Hell no, you wouldn't pay me to date another Dominican guy. First of all, my son's father, I have a 13-year-old, my son's father is Dominican, but he's from here. Like, let me correct that. He's from over there, but he lives here now.
Okay.
Like, my experience with him was great. Like, he did everything that a man should do. He took care of me, everything. If I fucked up, it was because of me. It was never because of him.
Mm-hmm.
A DR guy, you wouldn't pay me to even talk to a Spanish guy. I don't date Spanish guys. Ever since that, my last experience, no, I would never.
And me, personally, would I ever date a Dominican girl again? I'm going to be honest with y'all. I would probably date a Haitian girl before I mess with another Dominican. Not that I have anything against Dominican girls. My experience just left a bad taste in my mouth. And at this point, I have to protect my investments, and you brothers got to protect yours too. The last video that I made, she doesn't ask for me for money out there. She hasn't asked you for money yet.
Yes.
The nobody said one.
Yeah,
he said.
How constantly do you talk to her?
He
Do
said.
you FaceTime her?
He said I met her.
When you call her, does she always answer? Do you see anything different about her?
Yeah, those are the questions you need to be answering us, because at the end of the day, yeah, she might not have asked
you. And where are you from?
She might not have asked you for anything, but bruh, it's coming.
So that when a guy try to talk to me, I always tell them I live in a shelter just to see if they still gonna talk to me. If they're gonna, I've been talking to her for
He's been talking to her for 2 years.
2
Okay,
years.
well, if
give it a shot, but don't get your hopes up.
Mm-hmm.
Just play it by ear, I could tell you.
I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I was dating my girl for 2 years, okay? And it took me 2 years to find out the real, A lot of brothers like, oh, you from New York, you should have known better. Yeah, how often do you see her? A lot of brothers is like,
speak to her?
A lot of brothers are asking me how long I should have known better. I'm from New York and all of this and all of that. I mean, you live and you learn, you know what I'm saying? And to answer that brother's question, would I ever date another Dominican chick again? I wouldn't say yes, I would say no, but one thing I will say is that I gotta protect my investments. I spoke about this before, and I want to give you guys an update on that. If you are dating a woman, I said 5 years, no. If it took over 2 years, she's entitled to half of your shit, okay? So I went from 5 years, now they cutting it down to 2 years. So I'm scared. I'm scared to date another Dominican woman for that reason. I built my house, I go out there, make a living for myself, and then I decide to get with a chick, and then she end up, like taking all that I got. So that's why I said I will be cautious when it comes to dating another Dominican chick, because I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I got another brother that I know, man. This guy, he had to go as far as taking the house out of his name and putting it in his friend's name in order to get the girl out of his crib. Okay? He had to go that far, and he had to hire a high-profile lawyer that worked for the embassy, okay? Not some rinky-dink, and he told me his story. I really wanted to get his interview about his experience, but, some people are private, and he didn't really